mindset. So now we have a little bit more time. In case, for those of you who didn't know, you may know already, but Southwest School of Art is the only independent college of art in Texas. Um, we focus only on art. So we only have one degree, which is the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree.
Wow.
So we have been around for quite a while, though, offering community classes to those in San Antonio and around San Antonio for the past 50 years. We were formerly well, the history is still there, but we were the first college, all school school for all girls. So it was a convent. If you've been on our campus already, we do have the historical side. So we have the museum, which is dedicated to that portion of history. So our BFA program started in 2014. I was part of the legacy class going through, and our first graduating class was 2018. So for those of you who don't already know what a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree is, it's the standard undergraduate degree for students seeking a professional education in the visual or performing arts. So our school only focuses on the visual arts. Just, some jobs that can be, you can go into in the creative field, arts educator, if you want to work in a museum, doing things like a curator, exhibitions coordinator. You can, of course, go in to just becoming a professional artist or an admissions officer like myself. These are just some to name a few. So the creative field is a very, very broad field. Our program focuses on 7 areas of emphasis. We're an interdisciplinary program. So there's a lot of crossover between each of these programs that we offer. Those are ceramics, drawing and painting, metals, paper and book arts, photography, printmaking, and sculpture and integrated media. So the ceramics in the ceramics program, so this is easily our biggest studio on campus. It's on our historical site of campus with 8,000 square feet of workspace. This program teaches students to visually express their ideas when working with clay. So you'll learn a lot about the material, different techniques and processes like hand building, wheel throwing. You'll learn about the historical evolution of clay. Students have the opportunity to work with both gas kilns and electric kilns. And this is the students that join this part of the program are very close knit. They work very closely together. And our community program is merged with, it's a shared workspace. So we have the community students working very closely with the BFA students. So the BFA students get to gain the knowledge from the community students as well as the regular curriculum. So we've heard that's been very helpful. Drawing and painting. In this program, you'll learn the history of drawing and painting. You'll learn about composition, again, materials and techniques, and just different processes of drawing and painting. You'll learn how to work with different types of supports and surfaces, as well as how to build those supports. There's going to be observational drawing and painting. This is a program that I had went into along with photography, but so there's a lot of room for exploration in drawing and painting. I started off as a photographer, but very quickly transitioned into painting, primarily because I was looking for that freedom to be able to be expressive and explore with that medium. So yeah, in all the areas, really, you're gonna be pushed to explore what you're doing with the medium, but also they really want to see that you're bringing in your own ideas, and the whole point is for you to leave with your own voice and to make your mark in the art world. So metals, this is a program that's focused on small scale sculpture, jewelry, and body adornment. So in this course, you're going to be working with things like creating rings and different kinds of body jewelry, and then like what you see here, the small scale sculpture and other things that you don't primarily see. So really, we have a lot of different kinds of artworks coming out of the metals program, really, really unique works of art. You're going to learn the history of metalsmithing, contemporary techniques and practices. You'll learn to work with larger, not too large, but larger metals works, and then also smaller ones. But this program does focus on the smaller side of things. You'll learn the metal fabrication, lost wax casting, color on metal, and metal forming and forging. These are just some to name a few. I know that students do kind of go off and learn some other things, but these are just some of the main ones that the students will learn. Paper and book arts. So in this course, you'll learn the history of paper making, some of the basic techniques. Once you have that, we do encourage students, of course, to bring in some of the things that there's a lot of experimentation going on with making paper. And I've seen some really neat things. This is Josue. He's one of our alumni. He's out at the School of the Arts of Chicago right now, but this was his suit of armor that he had constructed out of paper. A lot of students that go into paper and book arts will go into either printmaking, which I'll show you next in a minute, or what's combined with this program particularly is letterpress and bookbinding. So that's the book art side of it. So you'll learn things like how books are bound, the evolution of the book as both concept and structure, and letterpress, which is it's like a world of its own. We have a room right beside the paper making room, but you'll have a huge array of vintage metal type to work with as part of this program, and some pretty old equipment. But you're trained on every level. In each of these courses, you'll have your beginner level where you're trained on how to use all the equipment, because we want to make sure that you know what you're doing, and that no one gets hurt. So the photography program is, like I said, this is where I started coming in, except I came in as a digital photographer. I had no experience with film photography. So coming in to this program, you're going to be introduced to film photography first, because we want you to learn things like lighting, like composition, and also just the what goes into creating an image, to creating a photograph. So film photography, you'll learn how to work with a 35mm camera. You'll learn things like processing your film, developing your prints in the darkroom, and then you'll transition on to digital photography, where you're focusing on a little bit more of the experimental side of photography. In this course, you're going to learn a lot about the history of photography, and a lot of photographers, artists that are both current, contemporary today, but where the history of photography and how that was shaped over time. And for me, I feel like the biggest part of this whole program was the learning the visual language of photography. This is something that is super important for students, and along with that, we're what we really want to do is have students learn to create a body of work, and start thinking about putting a body of work together, because they will end up showing this work at some point throughout their time at Southwest School of Art. Printmaking, as I was saying about those students who go into paper making usually kind of transition into printmaking. If you're into drawing or illustrating, printmaking is going to be an area that will be helpful for you. It's just being able to work with original imagery in a series, creating, instead of just using a digital printer, you're able to create your own original prints time and time again, through different means of etching, lithography, screen printing, monoprint relief. So this area particularly, like I said, offers a lot of a lot of freedom to kind of explore with what you're the surfaces that you're working on. So yeah, I think this has been a really popular one at Southwest School of Art. Okay, so sculpture and integrated media. I know me coming in, I wasn't sure. I came in not really knowing a whole lot about art in terms of the different areas. This was new to me as a student coming in, but this particular studio course really encompasses a lot. I would say out of all the studio courses that we have, um, this one you're going to be able to work with sound and video production, installation. You'll learn about performance art. It explores the relationship between object and environment. It has a full wood shop and welding facilities. So, and like I said, students are trained on how to use all of that during their the first level coming in. So some of the best things about Southwest School of Art. One, I would say, and I still, I thought this as a student, and I think I still think it today, are the faculty. We get to learn from artists, basically. So the whole time that I was there, it felt more like a mentorship, more so than just being like a teacher-student relationship. Um, they kind of become your contemporaries in the art world at some point. I'm out and I'm showing at some of the same places that my professors were showing at. So it's really neat to be able to, as a student, to work alongside someone who's already doing these things that I wanted to do at that time. So and they're well connected. San Antonio art scene here. We're a very close knit art scene, but it's really helpful to have people who are already working in the scene and can kind of help show you around. So for me, this was really important and very beneficial. Since we're a smaller school, we're not like a big university. Our student to teacher ratio is 4 to 1. So this means that you get personalized attention and abundant access to the equipment. I know I never had a problem waiting for a spot in the dark room, or I mean, there was always more than enough space. So that's one of the things that we kind of pride ourselves on, and that students really like. And I think for me, this is what made the place feel like home, um, was because I knew everyone on campus as a student, from student to the maintenance guy. It was a really, really close knit art community. So it was really nice. Student life. So like any other college, we do have a student life. We have student organizations, career services. We're right next door to San Antonio Public Library, which is the largest library in San Antonio. And we have a library resource center with over 8,000 books in our art collection. And those were donated to Southwest School of Art. So those are for our students. We have one-on-one tutoring if students need it, and also paid work study opportunities. So right now, even during the pandemic, we're able to offer the work study opportunities for students virtually. So we only accept students in the fall of every year, not in the spring. So the applications are open right now and they're only online. So if students that are wanting to apply can apply online, and the priority deadline for scholarships is February 1st. So that's coming up pretty soon here. You can apply until August 1st. So the applications are open until August 1st. But if you're going to be relying on like scholarships, especially if you're applying for the Southwest School of Art scholarship, you definitely want to have everything in on or by February 1st. Like I said, you can still apply for scholarships afterwards, but it's first come, first serve. So if we just have more to give out in closer to February 1st, and we're going to have like at the end of summer. Um, so application requirements, you're going to need the application completed online. Uh, there's a $40 application fee at the end of the application. You will need your SAT or ACT test scores. Those will need to come directly to me from College Board. So those can't be emailed from you directly. This is so that they're considered official. Same goes with your high school transcript. That'll have to come directly from the school. So we need an admissions essay, and there's about 5 questions on the online application. You just choose one of those questions and create your response to that. It's about a 250 to 500 word essay. And you can upload that through the online application or send it to me directly. Either way is fine. You'll need a letter of recommendation. So you only need one, but we'll take up to 3. Again, this must come directly from the person writing it. It can't come from your email. And they can email it, they can mail it. Either way is fine. If they have any questions, they can contact me directly. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that anyone has. So this is the most important part right here, is the digital portfolio, not just for Southwest School of Art, but probably for any art school. And I'll show you, let's see here, what this is going to consist of. So for us, we're going to need about 10 to 15 images at least. If you have more, great, include more. But you want 10 to 15 images of your best work. This is going to be no more than 3 detailed shots. We really don't want to put any restrictions on the work itself. The only 2 things that we ask for are, it's going to be 1 still life drawing and 1 artwork that expresses your personal commentary on a current social topic in any medium. So you can, as long as you have those 2 in your portfolio of 10 to 15 images, yeah, those are the only 2 that we ask. But the rest can be any kind of work. It doesn't have to be all one or all the other. It can be, an array of different kinds of mediums. So, and then we're also going to need the typed inventory sheet. This is just going to basically give us a list of the file names, the titles of the work, the medium or media, and the size. So I have a template for this for applicants. So should if you're an educator on here and you have a student who's interested and they need help with this, contact me, because I can send you the template for this that they can just include their own information, which is super helpful. So, or if you're a student, feel free to contact me for this. Scholarships, as I'd indicated, if you're going to be applying for a scholarship through Southwest School of Art, I highly recommend applying on or before February 1st. About 90% of our students are awarded scholarships. Right now, we do not offer financial aid right now at the moment. So this is why we highly recommend students apply for scholarships through Southwest School of Art. Also outside, there's a lot of opportunities to apply for scholarships outside Southwest School of Art as well. And I can get you a list of those that we have locally here. And then you might also have some, through El Paso as well. So feel free to contact me for that information. For this portion right here, to apply for the scholarship, you'll need a separate essay that lists the reason or the reasons why you should be considered for a scholarship. Again, 250 to 500 words. You don't have to go too long with this one, but do make sure that you pay attention to spelling, punctuation, and things like that. Also with the other application as well, because those things are considered. And then the FAFSA. So like I said, we do not offer financial aid, but we do use the student aid report that you receive when you apply for FAFSA. And that gives us a breakdown of the finances. So if you are able to get that, and you can just email that directly to me, that'll be fine. Scholarships are awarded on academic, artistic, and financial need. So if you need to contact me, you're going to be getting this information, and I'm going to meet with some of you, I believe, for hopefully for the portfolio reviews. So you'll get this again, but I can be reached at admissions@swschool.org. And I'm just going to show you really quickly what the portfolio inventory sheet should look like. So this is just an example right here of what applicants will get or students will receive when they're putting this together. So each image should have, should be, the first image should have this right here, the second image, and this is just, you would just plug in your own information for each of your artworks. And then we ask you to add a descriptive line at the bottom of your creative thought behind each piece. So this could be something like, what you were thinking of at the time, what the artwork, why you created it. You don't have to get too long with this. It could really just be one sentence, but we kind of want a good intro to each work of art. And the letter of recommendation form, which you can download from the online application. There's a link there, but I can send this out to applicants or students as well. So, and this is something you're going to either email or hand over to someone who can give a good recommendation for you as to why you'd be a good fit for the program. We ask that it's not a parent or a family member, because they tend to say the best things about us. So we just want to make sure that that you know, that it's something that it speaks to your best qualities, but it's also fair. Um, and teachers are usually the best people to complete these. So let me see here. So this is all that I have. I know that I do have a virtual tour that I will be sending a link to Candace. Um, so right now, I'm not going to put it on here right now because it's narrated and we'll be here forever going through the tour, but I'll send that to you. But I do want to leave time for questions for anyone who might have them.
I am amazed at the student teacher ratio.
Yeah.
Like that's 1 to 4. Seriously?
We have about 30, we have right now from freshman to senior, we have about 37 students. So that's our class right now. So we tend to not, you know, want to bring in more than 25 students at a time. That's max. And I don't know when we've in the time that I've been there as a student, as a freshman, I don't think we didn't have, you know, we didn't have that many. So we graduated with 12. So because of that, we're able to have very intimate graduation ceremonies on campus. Um, and it's really, really nice. It's really, you know, we're able to do so much more for our students because we don't have, you know, quite the attendance like a huge university, you know. So that's why I said I feel like when I was there, it was like I kind of, it was so easy to feel like, well, I'm at home, you know, and a lot of students tend to get that feeling when they're there. So
That's incredible. Anybody in the audience have any questions?
Did you mention the tuition prices?
yeah, so the tuition is, let me see here. Can I can share this again? Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let me see. Just so I can show you on, so we have a view book that has that talks about that, and I can send this to you as well, Candace, so that you can send this out. But so tuition is going to be roughly about, I believe it's 20,000 per year. Here it is right here, tuition and fees. So year one is 20,460. It's the second for year two. Year three is 18,600, and then year four is 14,880. And then it breaks down the fees per semester. And then, you know, these are the one-time fees. Now, we do offer payment plans and things of that nature. But like I said, since we're not offering financial aid at the moment, I highly advise that students apply for the scholarship through Southwest School of Art because we do understand, we do keep this in mind that we don't offer financial aid. So we want to make sure that our students have a fair shot as well. So.
Perfect. Anybody else have anything before we wrap it up? Get those last minute questions in. You covered a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. I know. I
You
don't know
did
if I could have
good.
done in 15 minutes, but so.
Got and a comment in the chat. Great info. Thank you. And then I just have a question. Where are you? That background is wild.
Oh, this is I'm in my house slash studio. The
Oh
one
my God,
area that
love it.
I'm working on some stuff here for a show, and there's, yeah. So I think, like I said, when I was in painting, I went into, it was painting, but it was installation, but it was, you know, so you can really do a lot. I feel like I went in not knowing what to do. I just know that I wanted to go to art school so I can have the space and the time to just make art. And I feel like not only did I have that part, but it taught me a lot about what I was making, why it was important. It taught me, you know, I was able to really kind of form these friendships because I had the same students that started with me carried on for the next. It's just, it's weird. It's kind of like high school. It's kind of just like, you know, you don't get that university feeling where you're lost in the crowd. So it was really cool to like to, you know, just grow with these people that I started with. And I still talk to them and we still have shows together and we still, so it was really, for me, it was my kind of college art experience, you know, so it was really nice. But
No,
yeah, these are just some things from a show that I had. These were paintings, and they're paintings, and then I stitched them, I stuffed them, and then stitched them together, and created a whole room installation with them. So
no, I'm really glad you spoke to the fact of like how it's just a different setting, because there are going to be, I know some students that really prefer that. And so thank you so much for your time. And again, I apologize for the glitches, but thank you for coming back strong.
oh, thank you so much. And guys, thank you for being here. And if any of you want, you know, a Zoom tour or something, we can set that up and I can just walk through the campus one day. But yeah, I'm not on campus right now. I'll have to schedule it, but you know, so so if anyone's interested, I'm here to help you guys. So just make sure that you know that, and don't hesitate to contact me if you need to. So
Perfect. Thank you so much.